Hello, this is a 10-minute yoga for belayers class because belayers need love too. We'll start our class today seated. You may choose to sit cross-legged or up on the knees. If you have any blocks or blankets, you can set that underneath you. We'll take a few breaths here to ground down. Option to close the eyes. Hands maybe rest somewhere on the thighs, palms can face down or maybe palms facing up. Then begin to deepen through the breath as you inhale through the nose. And exhale, let it go. Again, full breath in, full breath out. This time, can you consciously fill up through the low belly, feel the ribs expand, chest lift, sip in a little more air. And open mouth, let it go. You can choose to stay here or add a little movement into the neck. You can lower the chin in towards the chest. And maybe begin to rock ear from shoulder to shoulder, maybe moving a little slower. And then see if you can allow that movement to follow the breath. About 2 or 3 more breaths here to even out, maybe taking full circles with the head if that feels okay in the neck. And switching directions if you're taking those circles. And then eventually we'll let the right ear fall over towards the right shoulder. You can extend the left hand out away from you, fingertips down on the mat. Or maybe hand finds a block if you have it. And let the head hang heavy over towards the right, and then maybe the left fingertips begin to walk a bit further away, feeling a nice stretch along the left side of the neck. A few breaths here, maybe close the eyes. And then making a little adjustment, just barely tilting the chin up and down, maybe forward and back, and just notice how that subtle shift changes the sensation through the left side of the neck. A few more breaths here, maybe holding in stillness. Option to take the right hand, you can rest it gently on top of the head. Not pulling or pressing on the head, just allowing it to act as a weight. About 3 or 4 more breaths. And slowly, as you're ready, we'll release the hands. You can draw the chin in towards the chest, rock ear from shoulder to shoulder, maybe full circles with the head, or maybe shrugging shoulders up towards the ears, any little movement you need to release. And then eventually we'll let the left ear hang over towards the left shoulder. You can extend the right arm out away from the body, fingertips down on the mat, or maybe hand to block. And let the head hang heavy over towards the left as you tiptoe the right fingers a bit further away. Again, making those little adjustments as you need, tilting the chin maybe slightly up and down, forward and back. And just that subtle shift might create a drastic change in the sensation through the right side. A few more breaths here. Option to take the left hand, rest it gently on top of the head. Again, not pulling or pressing on the head, just allowing gravity to create a little deeper sensation. About 3 or 4 more breaths. When you feel about even, we'll come back through center, chin in towards the chest, maybe shrug shoulders up towards the ears, any little movement that you need to release. And then setting up for a twist, we'll extend the left leg out long, keep the right foot planted down. We'll bring that right leg on the other side of our left thigh. Right hand behind the hip, left arm reaches up. Twisting over towards the right, press the left elbow into the right thigh. Gaze can stay neutral or maybe let it fall over the right shoulder if that feels okay on the neck. Maybe even bringing the gaze over towards the right side. About 4 more breaths. And taking your time, we'll slowly begin to unravel. You can take a counter twist over towards the left side, maybe take a little half push up for a counter twist. Eventually, we'll come back through center, unravel the legs, maybe plant the feet, windshield wiper the legs side to side, release through the low back. And then we'll take that twist to the other side. Right leg extends out long. Bend your left leg and then plant the foot to the outside of the right thigh. Twisting over towards the left, left hand behind the hip, right arm reaches up for length. On your exhale, elbow to thigh, thigh can press right back. Gaze can stay neutral or maybe let it fall over the left shoulder, extending that twist into the neck. Maybe even bring the gaze over towards the left. About 3 or 4 more breaths here. When you feel about even, we'll come back through center. Option to take a counter twist over towards the right, a little half push up. We'll come back through center. You can unravel the legs, plant the feet, windshield wiper the legs side to side. And then we'll flip forward into tabletop. We'll take a few breaths here through cat cow. Hips stacked up over knees, shoulders over wrists. For the classic cat cow, as you inhale, you can drop the belly. Think about reaching the shoulders away from ears as you lift your chest, lift your gaze. On your exhale, press the floor away, round through the spine, tuck the chin in towards the chest. About 3 more here as you inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, press the floor away, round through the spine. Last one, inhale. And exhale. You can stay here in the cat cow, or we'll take some stretches through the wrists and the forearms. So you can shift the weight forward and back, beginning to stretch through the wrists, the forearms. Maybe turning the fingers in different directions. You can point them away from each other, maybe shift the weight side to side. And then last option here, you can bring back of the hands down towards the mat, maybe one at a time or both, and then gently shifting the weight forward and back. And taking any little movements here to stretch through the wrists, the forearms, about 3 or 4 more breaths. When you feel about even, we'll meet back in our tabletop. And this time we'll walk the hands forward and extend all the way down to the belly. We'll meet in Sphinx pose. So forearms down, elbows underneath the shoulders, legs extend out long behind us. Gaze can stay forward. You can let the head hang heavy, chin in towards the chest, stretching through the back of the neck. If you want a little more movement, you can also gently tilt the head side to side, just like we did at the beginning of class. About 2 or 3 more breaths here. Slowly, we'll lower all the way down to the belly, hands underneath the shoulders. Send the hips back. We'll find an embryo pose this time. So draw the knees together, sink the hips back into the heels. Hands can land by our sides. A few breaths here to release through the neck and the shoulders. Feel free to stay here. Or when you're ready, we'll inhale, lift up into a seat. You can bring hands to heart center, maybe keep the eyes closed. And we'll finish our class with a single breath. All together, we'll take a big inhale. Open mouth, let it go. Thank you so much for allowing me to share my practice with you today, and I hope to be with you next time you're on your mat.